Hi, my name's Mike, and if you're sitting there watching this tape smoking your cigarette, well, hit the fast forward button, because I don't smoke and I don't like people who do smoke.
Wait, don't go in there. He's doing his podcast.
Hello. Welcome back to the Successfully Failing Podcast. We got X in the house.
What's happening?
We got Chris in the house.
What?
Thank you so much. And you already know my stupid ass voice. So, yeah, man, we got an exciting day coming up tomorrow. The NFL season is back.
Yay.
We just finished up our draft. Well, at least 3 of us did. Everybody else was in fucking it was automated, so at least it moved fast. But anyway, so yeah, tomorrow we've got NFL. We've got the return of New Japan Pro Wrestling. The drought is over. Yeah, so let's kick things off with New Japan, because it's been a while. We need our fix.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That G1 shit, man, got us spoiled. We've got the Road to Destruction tomorrow. It's my first time watching Road to Destruction, so I don't know what, like, if there's anything, like, behind it. Like, if there's I don't know, it seems like, because, alright, so the main event for tomorrow is an elimination match, so I don't know if that's, like, the style of this pay-per-view.
I don't think so. It's a road too, so it's basically like a go home show.
So Destruction's basically just a regular big event.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. No, I was just curious. But yeah, so alright, we got tomorrow kicks off with a bunch of matches. Nothing really like I'm assuming there's some young lion matches.
There's always going to be young lion matches.
No, I'm saying because there's a lot of like you got Soyuta Umino, and Tetsuhiro Yagi. That name sounds familiar. And then that's the first match, and then the second match is Katsuya Kitamura, Yuji Nagata, Tomoyoki Oka, and Manabu Nakanishi. There you go. There's a Japanese lesson from Danny. Then the next match is one of those big tag team matches. You got Kawato. I think that's one of the young lions. David Finlay, Togi Makabe, Ricochet, and Taguchi, and then they're facing off against Taka, Yoshinobu, Tai Chi, and the Killer Elite Squad.
Yeah, so that young lion's going to take that pinfall.
Yeah. Has David Finlay ever taken a pinfall? I mean, won a match yet?
Well, he obviously leveled up, but yeah, he's still on that lower
falls,
level.
Right?
Yeah, he's still taking falls.
He's like Adam Cole.
You mean
yeah, not Adam Cole. Chase Owens. There you go.
Yeah.
Speaking of Chase Owens, the next match is Trent Beretta, Yoshihashi, and Goto versus Chase Owens, Takahashi, and Bullet Club.
Out of there, Chase.
Yep, Chase is taking the fall. We already know. Now, this next match is pretty interesting. We got War Machine and Juice Robinson versus Leo Tonga. We'll get to that in a second. Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga. So, pretty much Kenny Omega's... Yeah, he has some kind of injury. So, he's taking...
Is it legit or is it storyline injury?
That I don't know. It says here... Where is it? I was just looking at it before. Oh, maybe it's not here, or maybe it's up higher. Yeah, it says Kenny Omega is injured and will miss out the current Destruction tour. Yeah, it doesn't really say much about it. I saw him tweet something earlier, so I don't know if
So
it's.
it probably is really.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably nothing serious, but hey, rather have 100%.
So that means Cody's full-time leader right now.
Aw, shit.
Is that what y'all telling me?
It's happening. And then the next match is Kushida, Tanahashi, and Elgin versus Suzuki, Takashi, and El Desperado.
Yeah, that's the.
Yep.
the
Suzuki Gun and Chaos. Oh, Chaos? Yeah. No,
wait.
Elgin's in. No, isn't he in? Oh, what is Elgin in?
Calm
Elgin's
down,
in
slow down.
Chaos, right?
It's Kushida.
Kushida, Tanahashi. Oh, he's just there. Okay.
Yeah. Those are,
Oh yeah. No, I'm thinking about Ishii.
Ishii's chaos.
Yeah, Ishii's Chaos. Yeah. All right. So the main event is an elimination tag match. It's Rocky Romero, Ishii, Okada, and Will Ostrich and Toru Yano.
Osprey.
Ostrich. I don't give a fuck. Now my man Osprey versus Evil, Sanada, Takahashi, Bushi, and Naito. So it's Lij versus Chaos. We don't got much to talk about. It's gonna be solid. I mean, it's not the main show. I don't know what's on the main card. Well, Destruction is until next week, I think. Let me see. Destruction is because I think this weekend is just Road to Destruction. Thank you so much.
Yeah, if it's not serious, you should shut down until his title comes.
Yeah, there's no.
Who's he defending against? Elgin? Oh, Juice. Oh, easy win.
Elgin is going for the never open title against Suzuki, which I think Elgin might actually win here.
Okay, there's nothing really like etched in stone on Destruction. It was supposed to be one of the main events was supposed to be Kenny and Juice, but that's not happening. So I'm assuming we're gonna get Okada versus
No, that's not happening until
not Naito.
it's at Evil. That's not happening until October 15th.
Yeah.
Okay, so Okada's not gonna defend then.
So
That's fine.
So we could have the real leader of Bullet Club fill in Kenny's spot for the card. Yeah,
I hope we see Cody.
We need more Cody.
We need more Cody and we need more Marty. I'm a little disappointed that Marty's not in this card, but it is just the first night. So we have an event tomorrow, which wait, it happens in Japan tonight.
Technically, yeah.
Technically tonight. So if we wanted to stay up and watch it, we could watch it.
Yeah.
All right, but it's so. See, this is what I like about Japan, like New Japan, because you can actually wake up early in the morning and watch it.
Hell yeah.
Treat it like football. That's what we did for what was it?
London Games.
No, not the London Games. What was the big Dominion?
Oh.
We woke up at like you came through at like 12 or some shit, like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
We watched that shit like if we was at church. But yeah. So I mean, there's nothing much to expect. Nothing crazy to expect tomorrow, as far as like big main events. But it's still gonna be awesome. I can't wait for it. I mean, we've been without New Japan Pro Wrestling since when did G1 end?
The second week of August.
Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, we had that shit for a long time. Yeah,
You was watching the whole month of G1.
Shit. Chris, do you know off the top when's the next tournament? You said it's the tag team tournament, right?
Yeah, I think that's in December.
Well, there's two. Yeah, there's two more. There's the. Oh, they're both.
Yeah, I think there's the super juniors. Yeah, the junior heavyweights and the.
I don't care if it's super heavyweight, mega heavyweight, mini heavyweight, midget heavyweight. Give me whatever, man. What I want to see, I want to find a fucking female Japan wrestling. Like, I want to find how to watch that if that's even available somewhere, because that'd be good. We had the Mae Young tournament going on. That's been solid.
Kyrie elbow.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that.
That's
I mean, So we've gotten the cruiserweight tournament, the UK tournament, and this. And so far, those three tournaments,
That's been great.
yeah, been solid all around. Not anywhere near the G1.
I
There's
can't
nowhere
wait for a
near.
tag team tournament. Well, actually, they had the Dusty Rhodes Classic. That was a tag team thing, but I want a legit tag team tournament.
Wait, did they do that already?
Dusty Rhodes Classic, yeah, they already did that.
WWE?
Yeah,
When the fuck did this happen?
I think it's sometimes in the spring it
That's
happened.
the NXT.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
Dusty.
shit.
Yeah, that's the NXT. Thing.
Wait, I think I remember that, but they don't really promote it like that. It's
they
not
don't.
a big thing.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, like how the other freelancers come in. It's not like that.
Yeah, I really want to see that because, all right, you think about the tag teams that they actually use in the main roster. It's really like few and far in between. Like outside of like the New Day, the Hardys are no more now. So that's done. I don't know if Sheamus and Cesaro is still a thing.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, they're. I think they're in the program with the club.
No, but
They're still with
Rollins and-
Rollins and Bear,
Rollins
but the
and-
club is like
They just shoehorn the club in there just
Yeah.
every now and then to make it seem like they're relevant.
Yeah.
But that's a tag team that should be out there more. The Ascension, the Usos. There's not really many that are in the spotlight. Breezango. You get maybe like
in that whole
two.
in that sorry cut you off.
That's
In
cool.
that whole division, there's like only two tag teams that I could say I enjoy watching
Mm-hmm.
that they actually put on good matches. New Day and the Usos.
Yeah.
Nobody else. Everything is just
Well, Breezango don't really get matches like that.
yeah.
They get like
they,
every.
they haven't given a chance to have a good match, but
And when they do get spotlight, it's usually like joke matches for the most part.
yeah. So it's they don't have no like drama filled matches like how the New Day and the Usos have their matches.
Yeah, that was crazy how that match. Oh, we didn't even talk about.
American Alpha was another one that was good. NXT American Alpha.
Yeah.
They only had like one good match in the WWE roster, and they're so much better than that.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like if they want to showcase more talent, like that's tag teams the best way to do it. Because all right, you're gonna have your natural tag teams, you're gonna have your shitty tag teams, but then you're gonna have those tag teams like Sheamus and Cesaro that just end up working out and become like a natural thing.
The main rosters don't care about tag teams. They care about that stupid soap opera bullshit.
Yeah, that's.
They don't care about their tag.
Yo, Raw's got 3 hours, and all Raw is just stupid shit and commercials. Yeah, recycled storylines, and how many times are the Big Show and Braun Strowman gonna go at it? Even though I heard that last cage match was actually good, but you know, yeah, they.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't want to see. I can't speak for everybody, but
Well,
me,
that's the last one.
I don't want to see Big Show.
That's the
I
last
don't.
one.
Nothing against the Big Show, but his time is done. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
No, Big
To
Show
th-
knows his time is done.
No, we know that, and he knows that, but
Why is
Vince
he in the
doesn't
main
know
event?
that.
Why is he in the main event?
Because Vince think.
Because Strowman beat him
Dude.
like 5 times already.
Dude,
How many times you got to put him
Strowman,
over?
at this point, Strowman doesn't need to be put over. He was put
Exactly.
over once he beat the fuck out of Roman Reigns.
Exactly.
That's it. Like he's like, it's like trying to put Brock Lesnar over now. Like you don't have to. Like at some point in their career, it was like automatic.
They're just trying to remind us, oh, he could do this to Brock Lesnar. Look, let him do that to Big Show. Come on, man.
Let's talk about this one thing though, how John Cena has been verbally abusing Roman Reigns.
You're welcome.
2 weeks
Well,
ago.
so John Cena has been doing it for years, and Roman Reigns is
Yeah.
pretty, it's kind of unfair.
Look, like one thing I've always said, whether you like it or not, John Cena is awesome on the mic. Like he's
that's-
not the best wrestler. Matter of fact, me and Dreamer had a conversation about this yesterday. He's not the best wrestler. Like we all know that. He's great on the mic, and
Where it
also when you
matters. That's actually where it matters. If
And-
you're good on the mic.
and when you put him in matches with guys, it's never really a bad match. Maybe the outcome is what we don't want, but he's fought Styles, he's fought Ziggler, he's fought Owens, and those have all CM Punk. Those have all been like amazing matches. So like he like that's why I said remember I made this statement about if he was in Japan, like it would be more entertaining to watch him, and you guys like took it the wrong way. Like especially this dude. Like if you put him in New Japan, to wrestle with people that know how to wrestle, it's gonna be a whole different story. But anyways, but whatever. So yes, Cena was killing him on the mic. But anyways, back to what we were where we were at the whole tournament thing. and we like went. So yeah, we had the Mae Young tournament. It's been solid.
Yeah. You know how it's been solid because those women could wrestle, and there's only a handful of women in the WWE main roster that could actually, go.
Yeah, like even this chick, the UFC chick, like I don't really care for her, and I kind of don't like the way the matches are booked, but it works. It makes sense. Like they're quick, because she's not really a wrestler yet, so they're giving her that sort of like Goldberg-ish treatment, where like she just like dominates people quick. Like once she finds that opportunity.
But that match against Gargano's wife, that counter was pretty sick.
No, like I'm saying, I don't really care for her. I don't really care for the match, like the matches per se. Like I wish they were a little longer, but then like I said, it works because it's kind of like showing like that difference. Like different styles are like how like it's sort of like how UFC and MMA where like they pit different styles against each other. So like when she finds the opportunity to use her UFC style, whatever style she uses, I don't know the exact like I don't know Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I don't know what it is exactly she does, but when she finds that moment, she strikes and she's able to take advantage of these people who have been wrestling longer than her. So it kind of works. I just don't really care for her, but I'm a little sour that my girl Dakota's out of here, but.
She's gonna put her arm around their necks.
And so it's gonna be her against Kyrie, right? More than likely Kyrie's winning. I mean,
Yeah, they're not. I don't think they're going to invest into her unless they're just going to put that whole Ronda Rousey angle
that's
forward.
that's the only thing, yeah, because now they won the tournament, and well, she won the tournament, and they got that whole little thing going on. Whether she wins or loses, they still got that going on. So even though I think that's corny as fuck, but.
But I mean, if you're gonna go if you want to go from Asuka, who is so over to fucking to the whatever her fucking name is from UFC.
The only
gotta
thing
go to Kyrie
the only thing with that is that it almost seems like if they do that they're trying to replace her, and that kind of like it's kind of fucked up. But I mean, hey, if anybody could take the next be the next reigning champion, it'd be cool to see her. But the thing is, like I said, it kind of feel like she's replacing her. Also, I think the fuck, I can't speak right. Ember Moon, I think she deserves like a solid, maybe not a huge like title reign, because she's already
the
like
only one that made Asuka seem desperate. So
yeah.
I mean, it would make.
Yeah, like the only reason why I say, and I said this a while before, like earlier in their beef, that like if she had won the title or if she didn't win the title, it still wouldn't really matter because she's like cut for the main roster.
Yeah.
Like so, she win or lose, she's still gonna go and be dominant. It's really not like she has to be built up. Though I think having the NXT championship means more than having the women's championship right now.
Any belt in NXT is.
And yo, they.
I mean, the championship these days doesn't even seem to freaking matter. It just doesn't even seem to like. Has no prestige. I mean, they're playing hot potato with these belts.
Right.
Like,
they had the best reign they had with the women's was probably Charlotte, but I didn't like the fact that like she always had to win with like Nia Jax or who was it, Tamina?
No, it was either freaking Ric Flair or Dana Brooke.
Yeah, there you go. Like it was like, dude, like Charlotte's like I know she's the heel. I know that's what heels do, but to do that every time, like do that on SmackDown and Raw or SmackDown wherever she was at. Don't do that shit on pay per view.
I mean, it's stupid. I mean, heels could be strong too.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like
heels could be a serious thing.
You know what's funny? If you think about it, look at like the good guy bad guy dynamic, right? Bad guys are usually one villain. They need the heroes need either extra power or more people to help them to beat the villain. So it's like it's weird how it's kind of flipped. Like you look at the Power Rangers, like for example, or like the Avengers. You need like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20 Avengers to beat Thanos. Thanos is just there by himself, so it's like it's weird how they go about that. But yeah, heels could be strong in their own.
Yeah, you could have a legit strong heel.
Man, I hate comparing it to New Japan because it's unfair, but look at Naito.
Yeah, yeah.
Naito's a heel. I mean, even Kenny's a heel,
Yeah,
and even in that G1 match, there was no interference.
exactly.
The Young Bucks were there the whole time.
Yeah, no interference.
Well, Suzuki has that.
Well, Suzuki has his little interference heel thing, but sometimes even in his matches, no interference.
Yeah, you don't need that.
Even go as far as Finn Balor. Well, Prince Devitt. I mean, yeah, even that.
It makes a little sense for a smaller heel. So like if you go to like the WWE and you've got like I don't know, like Seth Rollins facing like a big dude, or when CM Punk was facing like Ryback and they had that's a little different. But I mean, yeah, it doesn't have to be like that all the time. Like it's the same
Yeah,
shit
I
over
mean, you're
and
gonna have
over.
the Jinder Mahal same carbon copy of all of his finishes.
Why does
Mhm.
Singh brother
It's just-
somehow
Yeah.
be under the ring at Hell in a Cell?
Oh
too?
yeah, I know. That's gonna be so annoying. I'll be so mad if Shinsuke loses because of him. Go back to Ric Flair when Ric Flair was running shit back in the day. Like he did his dirty shit, but for the most part, it was just him on his own.
Yeah.
You know, he went like toe to toe with Sting and Hogan and all that. But
Like Triple H as a fucking heel. He didn't.
that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
Triple
fucking
H he
people.
did his dirty things, but for the most part, like there was those
Well,
interferences from DX. But
Yeah, when he was DX or Stephanie, there was those cheap interferences.
But it was
Yeah.
never really like.
When he was a heel by himself, he really didn't.
yeah, like go to like the match between him and Cactus Jack at Royal Rumble. Like that was a no disqualification match, so yeah, you kind of whatever, but he still held his own. But yeah, it just sucks that they gotta keep doing it all the time. So, but yeah, so the women's tournament has been dope.
Great.
Yeah, like dude, fucking Dakota Kai, that little girl. Yeah, well, let me not say little girl, cause she's 28 years old or some shit like that.
And she's
but-
6 foot. She's 5 foot like 6.
Yeah, but she's just skinnier than everybody else, and it's like she just looks overall tiny. But like you look
She
at
got a great haluva kick.
yeah, she does, and her fucking coup de grace. Is that the original name of that move, or that's just what Michael Cole calls it?
No, it was no, it was just a regular double foot stomp.
Oh, so they didn't really have a name for it.
Loki had a name of it called
Okay.
the Warriors Way, or the Way of the Warriors, something like that.
Okay.
And that was Captain's move, right?
Yeah,
And didn't he do it like when they were bent over?
he did
Well, he did it in like any position.
you did like in any position.
I love when he.
What's
But
happening
that
with
wasn't
him?
that wasn't his finishing move though.
What's happening with him now?
No, he's in NXT or
He dropped off.
Purgatory.
He dropped off the face of the earth again.
Yeah, I mean he was still being the mid card of the NXT, I believe.
They need a mid-card title for him.
Yeah, that's true. They should have like one more,
Mid card, yeah.
but then they should also extend it a little bit longer, like make it a
Yeah.
3-hour pay-per-view. Because like
I mean, I wish cruiserweights would defend their titles on NXT because
yeah, either the UK or the cruiserweight. One of those two should come to.
well, the UK will come to the NXT. They did it last time,
Yeah, but it should be like a more constant.
but yeah, I mean, the cruiserweight. Another one with the cruiserweights is playing that hot potato. Adrian Neville has been one of the top heels of the company.
Mm-hmm.
Top heels, and first off, you're gonna have him lose on Raw right before SummerSlam, then have him win the belt again on SummerSlam in front of nobody. It's-
Which is fucked up to both of them because like you give this dude the belt just to get it taken from him, and then get it taken from him in front of nobody, and then two of your like every time Neville's on in the ring, it's always a
It's
solid
like,
match.
Who is booking these? I'm like, it's like when they leave the cruise. I'm like, yo, Trips. I know that's Triple H is not booking that. We seen Triple H's booking. We know that he's not booking that. That's horrible. What they're doing.
And then you look at even having like the Miz wrestle in front of nobody, the Hardys wrestle in front of nobody. Dude, that's like the ultimate disrespect. I mean, like the Hardys, their opening match at least, like that's the lowest they can get, and those guys are still put on a at least a solid match at this point. And to have the Intercontinental Champion, not defending it
On the main show at all.
exactly on a main show, and not in front of anybody. Like, fighting in front of nobody.
Yeah, but we all want to see Big Cass and Enzo's program.
Dude, that Big Cass and Big Show match was fucking
Oh my
like
God.
so stupid. Like, it's like, it's funny because I don't know if Corey Graves actually doesn't like him, but he makes it sound like he really doesn't like him. Like, I know a lot of people have heat with Enzo in the back, but like, you listen to Corey Graves like when he commentates, and he's supposed to do. No, I know he's supposed to. They're supposed to. He's supposed to be the heel commentator or whatever. But there's this like disdain in his voice whenever it comes to Enzo, and it's like.
Well, he really did on record say he couldn't stand him.
Also, it's okay.
Yeah, on that show that they had where they talk about shit off the
Yeah, that little
Yeah, shit, like,
ESPN
shoot that
bullshit.
shit.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, shit, I wouldn't blame him. I mean, because, like, he's so distracting and not in a good way. Like, I mean, if you're trying to push Big Cass.
I mean, yeah. Like, if they say he is the way he is 24/7, I will see why that people will be annoyed by him.
Yeah. But, like, the thing is, like, if you're trying to push Big Cass, why do you need that kind of distraction? Like, unless you're trying to, like, not push him.
Well, he's the mouthpiece for Big Cass, basically.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like.
Even when he's in a program with him or as tag team.
Well, I think at this point, being the mouth doesn't matter because look at Roman Reigns. This dude, like, they know he can't fucking
That's why
make it around the
this
mic.
dude
And
said he's a corporate bootleg of him.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know this dude can't make it on the mic, but yet you're going to continue
But the
to...
thing is, like I said, it's not his fault. He just doesn't have to say much.
Yeah.
Goldberg made a career of getting over without saying a word.
It's a shame that Vince thinks that this is the way, it's still the way. Like, dude, like, even Samoa Joe, like, in NXT, I mean, he's good on the mic, but he didn't really say much at NXT.
Even
like,
in TNA, he really didn't say much at all
Yeah.
when he was in the next division.
Shinsuke, too. Shinsuke didn't really say much. He spoke when he needed to, but they didn't force him to speak. Like, if a guy is not good on the mic, like Ziggler with his promo this past weekend talking about, like, you guys don't care about what I do in the ring. And
It's about gimmicks.
Yeah, and it's so funny because that was such a, like lighthearted, shoot or on everybody, like a shot at everybody. But it's like, it's one of those things like, yeah, it's written, it's part of the thing, but like also it's not. Go to like the Cena and Roman Reigns thing, and the CM Punk pipe bomb. Like,
No, the CM Punk pipe bomb wasn't written.
no, I'm just saying whether at some point after that, like that, not that pipe bomb, but the other ones after that, it was part. But the thing is, like, my thing is that you know that you could tell there's like some realism in it, realness in it.
His words are genuine.
Yeah, like when the Miz.
That's how he really felt.
Yeah, like when the Miz was going at it with Cena and Roman Reigns after SummerSlam, like he was mad. Like so, it's like it's part of it, but it's part of the story, but the kayfabe, whatever. But then again, it's like really real. So so speaking of Ziggler.
Bullet Club Hunter.
Yes.
Yeah.
They've been talking about him leaving for forever.
I think, hey.
This is it.
I mean, Cody Rhodes just basically showed that, hey, you can be successful without. He's making so much more money.
Yeah.
He's gaining so much more popularity.
I think that's what really set
everybody, like, okay, they got nothing for me here. Fuck it, I'll just leave.
You know what's funny? Cody Rhodes might be the best and the worst thing for the WWE right now, because why I say best, because if he left, he's successful. If Ziggler leaves, he becomes successful. If Ziggler leaves and he like follows the same path as Rhodes and mimics that or even exceeds that sort of which I think he can, because not for nothing, Ziggler is way more, I don't want to say better than Cody, like.
Yeah, well, he was popular. He was way more popular than Cody.
Cody was never really the Mike Showman guy or whatever. Like but
Cody really did have his moment. He showed potential that he could rock the mic.
He had it, but not the way Ziggler had it.
No, not the way Ziggler
like,
had it. But
Ziggler's like the modern day Shawn Michaels.
To be fair, Cody wasn't really given a chance. The only one, man, when he got his nose broken, then he was putting paper bags over people's heads.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Then that stopped, and all of a sudden, he grew a mustache and with with this dude Sandow.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, he never really got a,
That
like-
was good, but he was getting overs, and then they broke up. Sandow got the heat.
Mm-hmm.
Then that dropped. Then he went to a program with his brother, and then Stardust was started.
And
I'm like, okay, cool.
you know what's the worst thing out of that Stardust thing? They never really had a big match against each other.
No.
Like that is WrestleMania right there.
Pay-per-view before WrestleMania.
No, and you know what's the worst thing out of all that? Out of that, the people in the WWE think, hey, okay, that's Cody Rhodes. Yeah, we got to give him that. That's the money maker right
Yeah.
there.
It was definitely cool for a little while. Like I liked it.
It was only
It was-
cool against
You could tell he
Goldust.
was-
Yeah, but then after that, it was like, I like when they teamed up, and then when they started to go against each other, that was cool. But yeah, like after that, there's no need for that.
Yeah, exactly. When you're done with that program with Goldust, there's no need for that at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want.
But yeah, so being that Cody left, and Cody, dude, he's fucking like right off the bat, dude. The second he left, once he dropped that American Nightmare shit, dude, that was it.
TNA was.
No, but but really, once that American Nightmare shit came out, like TNA, you get your respect from certain people.
Yeah, you
but
get your. There's
He's
no
a
future in
natural born.
TNA.
Yeah.
If you're WWE, there is no future at all in TNA, especially today.
Mhm.
Well, Global Force Wrestling, that's what it's renamed.
yeah,
There is no future in that whatsoever. You're better off going to ROH
yeah.
and doing a couple of tours in Japan or CMLL or whatever.
Yeah, but he was meant to be a heel.
Well, I mean, he look,
He could be a face,
He
too.
could be a face, but
He's just so good that he could do whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, so like it could, like I was saying, it's bad for the WWE because all these people are leaving, or could be leaving. But then it's also good because then like if they see that their big stars are threatening to leave, then there's gonna have to be some kind of change. As much as Vince thinks he has everything, you know, under control and in his palms, like if, you know, all right, CM Punk left. Now, thankfully for him, CM Punk didn't do anything with wrestling, which I think is going to change eventually, like within the next 5 years or so, because he's not getting any younger, and he still got it. CM Punk could land anywhere. Like, if he goes to fucking Japan, dude, like, he's going to be huge. Or ROH, wherever the hell he decides to go. Like, it doesn't matter. Like,
He'll
CM
be a
Punk...
whole lot more popular in ROH because that's where he.
Yeah, that's where that's like where his roots are from. But I mean, no matter where he goes, I just say Japan because I just like that's what I'm high on right now. But
Well, that's the one person that the Young Bucks want in the Bullet Club is CM Punk.
shit, who wouldn't want CM
They
Punk?
want-
Look, if
wanted
no matter what wrestling program or faction or whatever your promotion you're in, you want CM Punk in there. So, but anyways, yeah. So like, and it's good and bad for the WWE, but I think I've been saying Ziggler should leave for fucking years, man. Like he's actually, it's funny, when I stepped away from wrestling and I got back into it, like he was one of the things that like right off the bat, and he didn't have a gimmick. Like that's the thing. Like I fell in love with him. He didn't have a gimmick. Like he wasn't like like Kane or Undertaker or whatever. He was just a regular dude
Mm-hmm.
doing his thing, and I love that, and I like the way, yeah. So like, and hopefully, the whole Daniel Bryan situation settles down, and like maybe he's actually able to wrestle again.
His foot is out the door.
Yeah, that's the thing, and it's funny because remember how I always said that injury was fake. Not that he was faking it, but the company, you know, like
It's not as bad as it.
The company did not want to push him at all.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
The company did not. They were the freaking the outcry was just so great for them to like not ignore it.
Yeah, they had to. Like,
They did
dude,
not want-
those pops. Like, I've never heard. I remember that match between him and Bray Wyatt in the cage.
Mhm.
After Daniel Bryan ended up winning, he climbed up to the cage and just like started, you know, the whole yes thing.
There was no pop like that since like the Rock and Stone Cold era.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. And like the WWE with their huge audiences, even in WrestleMania, you don't hear that. Like, dude, it was just like ridiculously loud. Like, it gives you goosebumps. So, like, yeah, we always say joking around that like that his injury was faked by the WWE because that was their way of punishing him for not being a guy that Vince wanted to promote, and you know they had to do it. Just like they had to do it with everybody else. They had to do it with KO. They had to do it with AJ Styles. They had to do it with Finn Balor. Notice Finn Balor, no title shot, no title rematch.
They had to do it with CM Punk.
Well, but the thing is, CM Punk was like, he came in a little earlier, so it was like,
No, but I'm saying
It's the thing, but the thing
Yeah.
about the difference
He
about
got
CM
himself
Punk,
so over.
CM Punk was already over to begin with.
yeah,
He was already champion before all that.
Yeah.
So
so like the thing is
But
with,
it was easy. It was easy to push him than Daniel Bryan because they thinking like, oh, we can't make him
But
champion material.
yeah,
It's just fucked up when he became the champion. Apparently, it's not. He only have like what 3 main events.
well, that's because when he was the champion, the WWE was a different thing, and like now they don't care about putting their main titles at like we just said, their Intercontinental title wasn't defended at one of their big pay-per-views.
Horrible.
Yeah. So, but anywho, yeah. Hopefully Daniel Bryan is actually cleared to wrestle, because I think that'd be great to see him in some way, shape, or form in ROH or Japan, wherever the fuck he decides to go to. But yeah. So Ziggler. This seems like it's the end of the road for him, which is good. And like Cody Rhodes being as successful as he is, making the money he's making now, and with all the popularity he's gained, like I think that's the only reason why Ziggler never left the WWE, because I guess he wasn't sure how he would do outside of the company, and all the stuff he was getting, like
I mean, Shelton Benjamin left WWE the first time to go to ROH, and then he went to Japan and still really didn't, get that Cody Rhodes popularity.
Yeah, but I don't know. I never really followed Shelton Benjamin like that. Like I don't really know much, like in comparison to him and like Dolph Ziggler. Like I just feel like Dolph Ziggler has that.
Well, Dolph Ziggler has been building that up for like
Yeah.
years.
I don't think Shelton Benjamin, like to my knowledge, never really had that sort of like that longevity in his career, right? Like.
I mean, Shelton Benjamin was ridiculously over, but just like somebody didn't like him, so they made him unpopular.
So that's what it is. Yeah, it's like.
And he left, and he really didn't get that popularity back.
It's like that shit that they make people think that, well, they give that illusion that people forgot about them. Like
Yeah.
that's that shit. Like going back to again, Finn Balor. Finn Balor was the first ever Universal Champion. Legitimately won it.
That's a trivia question. Right?
Yep. And who probably nobody's gonna say that. Nobody's gonna bring him up. Kevin Owens, and I mean, shit.
No one's ever got his freaking rematch. You guys should to SmackDown.
Yeah.
Shit, since Finn Balor's still on Raw and still didn't get his rematch.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. But anyways, yeah, back to Ziggy. So he's got what I think his last big match is coming up against
Should be against Rude.
Rude, yeah. So hopefully the sooner the better, man. Cause like you figure if he leaves now, I don't know where he's gonna go. But I'm just saying if he goes to, he'll be dope in ROH, but I think his style is. I just feel like
He could do both.
He could do both.
Yeah, he could do both, but the thing is, yeah, he could do both, go in ROH, but
Mhm.
he's not gonna have like the big. He might have like a spot here and there in NJPW, but he's not gonna have like the big featured, like co-main event type status in NJPW.
No, but honestly, that's fine. Like, dude, if he wins like the fucking what is it, the light heavyweight champion or whatever it's called, the junior heavyweight, or he's above the junior, but I'm just saying if he wins the Intercontinental, or even if he doesn't win the title, like the thing is with New Japan, they put people in matches and it doesn't necessarily have to be for the championship,
Yeah.
and it's still solid. So like, I'm sure he's okay with going over there and working his way to the top, kind of like what Naito did in Mexico.
Mhm.
After they booted him off, he went.
And remember, he got concussion thing too.
Who, Ziggy?
Yeah.
Quote
Yeah,
unquote,
yeah,
quote
yeah,
unquote, because we don't know how true that is. We don't know how true that is, because
This case y'all don't know what this Danny's like. Nah, they just keep Danny's with his conspiracy theory. They're just keeping him off TV.
Nah, dude,
just to-
I swear on everything. Like, it was one time after one of his last concussions, he had tweeted, and I saw the tweet on Twitter, something about Triple H. Something, I don't remember if it was Triple H, but it was something, like, maybe not directly towards him, but something like that, and all of a sudden, and I don't know if that was, like, you know, that was a work on Twitter or whatever, because, you know, you never know with these people, but it was just weird, because not too long after that, he was concussed. So I'm like, oh, okay. But
well, I know one concussion was he got a boot from Jack Swagger.
The Swagger fucked it up.
Yeah, Swagger went a little stiff and he hit him. So I believe. And the other one that's during the Del Rio. That's when Del Rio won it back from him. I don't know where he gets
The
that.
Swagger one was how Del Rio won it back.
Oh, so
he came back with the title.
Oh yeah,
And
okay.
Del Rio beat him.
But even still, like, they in Japan, like, and ROH too, like, they have ways of, like, protecting people, you know, because, like, you look at, all right, go to, like, Kenny Omega with his V triggers, like, when you see them, when you're watching them, it really sounds like he's driving a knee into the face. But he was explaining how he what he does is he hits you with his, like, his thigh, like the upper part of his thigh, the outer part of his thigh, but he sort of, like, raises up. So, like, the only like, you go to the one where Naito was, like, by the rope, like, he has them, like, hold, like, they hold their face or something, like, they position themselves in a certain way so that when they take the impact, it looks worse than it is. So he said, like, maybe one of those were really bad, but, like, usually it's, like, so they have ways
The
of
one
protect.
against Evil was really bad.
Oh, that that shit was. But yeah, sometimes that happens. So, you know,
Yeah,
you can't, like, as much as you try to choreograph it, because you want to make it look real at the same time too. So
No,
that guy's just
no. Shibata is on another level.
that guy just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, he'll really hit you.
Yeah. But that's what you get in Japan. But they understand that. But anyways, but yeah, so they have a way of protecting each other. So, like, and I don't know. I just can't wait for it to happen. No matter where he goes.
I think Dolph Ziggler. I mean, he could go in ROH, but if he's going to New Japan, I really think that he should really be pushed around is the next G120. That's when he should really get his.
That would
push
be
or-
perfect.
Or make his quote unquote statement that he could hang.
Yeah, because, like, you think of it, like, I don't know if they've ever, like, put, like, a random new person in there. I'm sure he'd have to come around before.
Well, but Zack Sabre that was his first G1 and he dominated.
But was that, like, his debut, or was he wrestling in New Japan before that?
He was wrestling in New
Okay. Oh, so he could have, yeah, like, a couple matches. Well, that's true, too. Well, you could, but that's also, you could do that because Ziggler is a big name. So, like, you could say, oh, you know, we're introducing him in the thing. Yeah, and it could be like, hey, I made my appearance in the G1. It's my first ever New Japan appearance, and I made a statement. Like, yeah, he doesn't even have to win it. He could get, like, one of those dudes that had, like, 10 points. You know, or even 8 points. 8 points is a big deal. And,
Yeah.
so, like, yeah, but, I mean, like, whether as long as he doesn't go and stink it up, but I don't think they're going to do him like that. But
He's too good to go over there and stink it up.
Yeah.
The only one time he disappointed me is with Dean Ambrose.
yeah.
That match with Dean Ambrose, but
That wasn't his fault.
I think it was more Dean Ambrose than him.
Yeah, because Dean Ambrose
Because
has...
Ambrose has been lazy.
Yeah. Well, it seems like, but we all know what Ziggler could do.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know that match last SummerSlam was a very big disappointment.
Yeah. I'm just mad we never got Ziggy and Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania.
Oh man,
What we got after
we're
WrestleMania.
We're never gonna get that. That's pre-show status.
Yeah, right? Dude, I remember when we saw that match. I don't know if it was after SummerSlam or after WrestleMania when they had that match on Raw or SmackDown. And, yeah, we was like, they're both going to get concussed or whatever. Like, they're getting fired because it was, like, the ill technical match. And, yo, the fans loved it. Like, the fans loved it, but nah, nobody wants to see technical wrestling, which is nonsense. Like, you can have a fucking mix. Pete Dunne and Tyler Bates. Yo, they put on some of the best fucking matches I've ever seen.
Freaking Zack Sabre, he doesn't even throw a punch in this match.
Dude,
he's just got like one kick. He could get in one kick, and that's it. Everything is like he's going to wrap you up like a pretzel.
It's great because, yeah, look at the match he had with one of the highlight matches he had with Coda. Like, that was solid because that's not Coda's style. Coda had to adapt to that style. That also shows how adaptive and good other wrestlers can be.
Cody was just too good. He could adapt to anything.
Mm-hmm.
Just like when Shelton Benjamin was in NJPW.
I gotta watch some of those matches, man, because I've always...
Shelton Benjamin, and he's like one of those rare wrestlers that got like everything.
Yeah,
Power, speed.
I remember watching him like vaguely when he first came to
He
the
could do
WWE.
technical, high flying, power, all that. Apollo Crews is just like that, but no one will ever know that.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Is Rob Van Dam? Well, to me, Rob Van Dam, Apollo Crews, and Shelton Benjamin are those wrestlers that you could put them in the match. They could do anything.
Damn.
They could do anything.
Except for power for RVD.
RVD has power.
He had some power.
He had power.
Remember, because when we saw in the WWE, they never
does
really
gorilla
showcased
presses
that.
and all that. Then he flips. RVD has power.
Yeah, they never really showcased that much in the WWE, but yeah, in the ECW there was
Seth Rollins is also one of those.
for a small dude, Seth Rollins got some power.
You're right. Seth Rollins.
But the thing is, those guys though, like Omega goes in the category with them. Like, they're just like freaks. Like, they're not huge, but they. Sonata, yeah, he actually can, like, he does some high flying shit.
He's now
Sonata,
heavyweight,
dude, that guy's a
but he
fucking
has the
problem,
speed,
man.
The athleticism of a junior.
Yeah. But, yeah, like, yeah, I remember Benjamin for the most part, like, when he first came. But then, you know, like, I kind of fell out of wrestling, and, you know, I know that it was, like, in and out for him, so it'd be nice to see more of him. Like, yo, they want, like, fucking athletic freaks in the WWE, but they got them, and they're just like...
you're not allowed to do that, and no, you need to have good mic skills. People want... Shut up.
Yeah, but then the guys they pushing have horrible mic skills, and, you know, or fucking, like, alright, Enzo he's an enigma on the mic, but the thing is, it's like, it's just annoying after a while, like...
It's just with those typical WWE fans.
Yeah, it's sad that they brought up that, like, he's the only dude that's really getting, like, major crowd reactions in 205, which, like, is kind of true. But the thing is, when people watch 205, it's not really for the mic shit. But it's sad that's happening. Austin Aries was a beast, but, you know, then again, he's not even, like, he's better than Cruz. Okay,
yeah, he's better than 205.
Yeah,
shit.
I don't want to say better than because the guy's in 205, but he's past that status. Like, dude, he's been holding down TNA for the fucking longest. Like, him and Jeff Hardy.
Honestly, they really did not need to have like a whole cruiserweight division and all that. They could have just had that little cruiserweight thing and just bring the wrestlers in.
They could have had the belt and have people like to have a thing and sort of like now you demote people to there, and like it's just like. It's kind of dumb, like, and it's done so wrong because we speak about this all the time about them, like, NXT, if they're gonna have it separate, NXT and the Cruiserweight division should be the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's so stupid that you have 205 on Raw, you have 205 wrestlers on Raw, so you get, like, the main, you know, Neville or whatever, and maybe 2 other people, but then you have their own show right after SmackDown. So first of all, why not make SmackDown 3 hours long too, just like Raw?
Or just make Raw 2 hours.
No.
That third hour just...
No, leave it at 3 hours. You don't want to. They're not gonna take down the 2. They're not gonna take Raw down to 2 hours. 3 hour Raw is fine. Make a 3 hour SmackDown. Then have Wednesdays for Cruiserweight, and dude, they have their own fucking network. They could do whatever they want.
It's just like if you're gonna have a 3 hour show. Do it like how WCW did. Make everybody involved.
Yeah, dude, WCW. You know what's funny? I was thinking about this the other day. I used to watch Nitro.
When they went 3 hours, they had the whole roster out there doing their thing.
Like, I remember watching more of Nitro more than Raw, and I don't know if that's just because, like, I'm not gonna say it. At that time, I wasn't really, like, I didn't prefer one over the other. But I just found myself, I have more memories of Nitro and I remember, like, fucking everybody, you know, from Rey Mysterio, Jericho, Dean Malenko to Sting, Macho Man, you know, like there was everything.
Everybody's getting their shine in there.
Yeah, you got a 3 hour show, like, you know, you can have your stories, but like, all right, say you have 3 weeks between pay-per-views, right? Just say, or no, 4 weeks between pay-per-views or whatever. Let the first week right after pay-per-view, barring some, like some of the big things, like let it be like a downtime. Like just have like sort of treat it like a house show where you have like matches that are not really like part of the storyline, just to showcase more people, to get people involved. There may have been people that weren't included in the pay-per-view. Let them get their shine then. Let everything reset. But now they want to jump back into some shit, and then they want to drag shit out, and then they want to do the stare down every fucking Monday, Tuesday night. Like, so we got 4 weeks of this bullshit. And then, matter of fact, even more so when you have those gaps between, what is it? Whatever pay-per-views and WrestleMania. There's a long gap. And then you have, even though you have a huge gap between WrestleMania and SummerSlam, you still have the smaller pay-per-views, but, like, let there be a reset. Like, let there, showcase more people. But, whatever, all the shit we're saying, I mean, I'm sure Triple H kind of has, like, the same ideas we're having, actually showcasing the wrestlers and less talky bullshit. You can have a mix. They've been doing it for forever. You go back, I don't like doing this attitude comparison because, is that 2K? Hoodie Mellow. Yeah, I don't like doing the comparison to attitude because, it's like everybody's doing it and it's kind of unfair because, obviously the era's changed, but like...
Yeah, in Attitude Era, they didn't have as much talent.
Yeah, it's true, actually. It was everything obviously was split up between WCW and, and WCW actually, I think, had more of the...
Yeah, because they rated ECW.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and the thing is, too, like, remember, at one point, like, WCW was winning the Monday Night War.
Yeah.
Like, DX had a copy of NWO to succeed. So it's like, and a lot of people don't really know that. They think it's, like, the other way around, or they think it's simultaneous, but no, not really. But yeah, like, you have all the talent in the world. You have your own network. Dude, like, if you want to make people pay $5 more a month because you want to run another production or whatever, I don't think anybody's gonna complain. Like, at $10 a month is like a steal. You want to raise it to $15 so you can have your own full length, big promotion show like Raw and SmackDown. Go for it. I mean, it's not gonna be that big of a deal, but it would be nice to see more of the, because like we were saying, Triple H, I hope he gets this company that somewhere down the line. But I hope he's able to have sort of full control, or at least 80% control, majority of it, so we can see more NXT-like shit, because I don't watch much of the Wednesday night NXT stuff, but, like, you see when I do watch it, they have the little stories.
Yeah.
But it's more the matches.
Yeah, basically, more and more the stories told in the ring.
Mm-hmm. You could do that. You could have a 5-minute promo as opposed to a fucking 15, 20-minute segment.
Those stupid short film type.
Yeah, dude.
Production.
Dude, Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor.
Yeah. We won't see no House of Horrors bullshit in fucking NXT.
Seriously, man. Like, fucking
Embarrassing.
Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor, two of the best wrestlers. Like, they have to be like top 10 in respectively
I honestly think Bray Wyatt's star dimmed. It's dimmed. His time has passed.
And see, that's the thing. Like, if you ran less stories every week and stretched it out a little more, like I said, like, let there be like a little grace period in between like your your pay-per-view and like the next storyline reset or continuation. Like, because the fact that he's doing the same fucking shit every week, it's getting tired. You can only do it for so much. And let's be honest, his gimmick is dope. Like, when he came out, that shit was groundbreaking. It's like a little bit of The Undertaker, and you just mix it up with some other shit. But yeah, it is getting boring, and the fact that like they're wasting him, he hasn't done anything significant.
No, like I said, his star dimmed, his light burned out. His time is past. They passed him.
The only thing, and I've been raving about this for months now, is I think the only thing that's gonna save that is putting him in a tag team with Bo Dallas and letting them reign as tag team champions. You know, be in that realm, because Bray, as much as I love Bray, it's disappointing when, you know, you got him and Finn Balor on the same card, and you're like, it should be good, but it's stupid. It's like the same shit over and over again. Like you had the whole demon thing. Come on, really? Solid match, but just like, come on, that's what. Anywho. So yeah, so that's that. We got the Mae Young Classic finishes on Monday, or is it this Monday, or are they stretching it out? This Monday. Okay, so that's the final.
Actually, no,
Tuesday, yeah. Anyways, yeah. So Tuesday, and we got two New Japan events. Oh, that's what that bowler thing is. It was a battle of LA. The ROH show. So like that's what we've been missing out on. So whatever's been happening there, anything hashtag bowler is that.
Oh, and Cody, he got rid of the ROH belt and he debuted the Ring of Honor.
You need to get rid of the ROH belt.
No, he said let's change it up.
Oh.
No, that's his, basically, his belt is the Ring of Honor, and people have to kiss the ring.
Yo, fucking Cody is genius, man. That whole fuck the revival thing is so good, man. Like, he was like that one clip where they were talking about what's his name, Hangman Page was like, you know, giving him the idea of those who shall not be named, that whole hashtag, and he's like, no, yo, that's my, Cody goes, that's my gimmick, that's my thing, yo, when I say, yo, I got 3 words for you, fuck the revival, and then like they bleep it too, which is, it makes it so funny, and they do such a bad like job of bleeping it. It's like you still hear the, you know, like
now they have to have the fans say it, but they still the fans still get bleeped.
Yeah, and then like he was like, I went to bed Cody Rhodes, and they bleeped Rhodes. He goes, I went to bed Cody Rhodes, woke up Cody. Like no, he goes, I woke up, nope, just Cody. Like that shit is so fucking funny. And then yeah, like they keep doing the whole WWE thing where like they're slipping letters under the door and texting him.
Stooge.
The Stooge, yeah. They texted him when he was saying "fuck the revival" in his sleep.
We hear you even in your
Yeah,
sleep.
that shit is crazy.
Oh, we could bring people back to the dead because let's talk about Adam Cole's debut.
Well, I think one of the funniest ones was where they had the Asian guy. Cody texted him, and the Young Bucks were asking him, "What?"
They were on the phone.
Whatever. Anyways, yes, they asked him, and he's like, "Fuck the revival." But anyways, yeah. So, wrestling this weekend should be dope. We'll have much more to talk about. But now on to foosball. It's back, baby. It is back.
Yep.
It's a deal.
You know how crazy like football is, that X's team is gonna more than likely be complete shit, but he's still excited about the season.
Yep.
That's how fucking awesome football is, man. Like, you know, we're gonna have all these people, like, all those fucking, football season, man, I don't care. Like, fuck you.
So they don't care. Then they don't
Yeah,
care.
no, like,
let
dude,
me enjoy my football season.
Dude, we don't care about your fucking, your Jersey Shore and your fucking BET Awards and your Power and all that shit, man. Like, you know, everybody wants people to care about what they care about, but football season is here. And I think tomorrow kicks off with the Patriots and Chiefs. So that's the Thursday night game. We did our draft. So I'm liking my picks. If these running backs don't get hurt on me, that's gonna be fucking crazy. I got AP, Marshawn Lynch, DeMarco Murray, and who's the other one I got? Who's my other pick? I forgot. Oh, Friedman. Yeah, there you go. So if these guys stay healthy, Aaron Rodgers is my QB, and I don't know how nobody drafted Brandon Marshall. Nobody was in the draft, so they would draft like me, X, and Chris were the only people that were there. So everybody was being drafted like by auto pick. So I got Brandon Marshall like that. That's like a sleeper pick right there, just because he's not on the top list unless you're paying attention. Who drafted Eli?
Me.
Oh, you? Okay, smart.
He's my backup to Tom Brady.
But anywho, so I figured since it's the first week, I don't know how much we're gonna keep up with this, but I figured let's throw in some picks. So just to, you know, because it is the first week and it is football season, so we'll look at the games and we're gonna go around. So the first game, like I said, is the Patriots and Chiefs. I already know X got the Chiefs. He never in picks. He never picks the Patriots. You know, that's just the way of the Jets fan. Who do you got, Chris? Chiefs or the Patriots? Yeah, I got the Patriots too. That should be an interesting game, but I mean, whatever. So there's the Buccaneers and Dolphins game. It actually got postponed due to stupid ass Hurricane Irma. It's moving to week 11. So I guess that's when their buys were. So it actually works out, but they
had to go straight.
They play 16 straight games. So like unless one of them ends up being like a first round bye team and they get
that year the Giants didn't have a bye until week 16. That one year.
Oh, that was because of the New Orleans game, right?
Yeah.
But I mean,
that was way before.
but that's kind of okay because you get even if you go in as a wild card team, you get that bye. So it's like it's almost like having a first round bye. I mean, sometimes you don't want that, but to play 16 straight games and then like more than likely if the Dolphins and or Buccaneers make the Dolphins or the Buccaneers, either one of them make the playoffs or both of them make the playoffs, they're more than likely going to have to play the first round game. So I don't see any of them being a first round bye team. So anyways, so we got that game. It's postponed till week 11, so I guess there's no point of even picking that because it could be a totally different thing. So Giants and Cowboys, they play the Sunday night game. Who do you got, X?
I got the Giants.
All right, I was about to say a couple of haters. We all got the Giants. Ain't nobody voting for the Cowboys in here. And it's not me just being a homer. I mean, I usually pick them. Like picks, I pick the Giants, but I don't see they beat the Cowboys. The only two times the Cowboys lost last year were to the Giants and in the regular season, and well, they didn't play in the thing. That's why I said both times. But the Giants offense, like them adding Brandon Marshall, like people are not making a big deal about that. That's kind of stupid because he's a rookie, yeah, but he's been making noise. But just Brandon Marshall, I mean, like you gotta understand, like he's still got it. He's still one of the better receivers in the NFL. And then you got Odell Beckham in the mix. He's been a number one receiver. We already know what he could do. And you have Sterling Shepard, who is like right there in the wake. So like you can't double team Beckham because then Marshall's open. The problem with Marshall's like what 6'7", 6'5" or something. He's big.
Marshall, no, he's like 6'2", 6'3".
Oh well, I thought he was bigger than that.
He's 6. Yeah, they go like around 6'3", 6'4", something like that.
Okay, but even still, he still plays big.
Yeah.
So he's like one of those dudes you could throw the ball up to him. It's almost like having a Plaxico Burress. So you can't double team Beckham because then you leave Marshall open, and like I said, Marshall could kill you in many different situations. But then if you double team him, then Beckham is gonna destroy you, and then if the problem is you're gonna split up coverage between them two. Then Shepard ends up he ends up with a lesser guy on him, maybe a linebacker or something like that. And then now the tight end, it's like a trickle down thing. And I've been saying that I think the first half of the year, the Giants' running game is gonna be like really good because of the fact that everybody's honed in on the receivers. Then in the second half, they're going to hone in on the running game, and then that's going to open up the receivers again. Not saying the receivers are not going to do anything the first half. I just think that like the running game is going to get slept on. And then their running backs are like doing pretty well. I mean, if the line stays healthy, it should be cool. But anyway, so yeah, that's why I got the Giants. And not only that, but they're playing the Cowboys. We got Jets and Bills.
We'll go for the Jets on this one.
Okay. What about you, Chris?
Because the Bills are also...
Yeah, see, that's the funny thing because the thing is, right? it's the first game of the season. The first games of the season are usually very fucking wacky for the most part. The Bills are not, like, they're not a trustworthy team, but the only thing is the Bills tend to start out like fucking 6-0 every year and shit. Like that's their MO. They'll start out hot and then drop off halfway through the season. But
Like the Lions.
so wait, who do you have? Jets,
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Not hating Jets, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Buffalo on that just because the Jets are
Just
seem to be
just
in
a very
rebuild
bad
mode.
team.
Yeah, it's not. This is not their year. They're looking at first overall pick.
They got two young quarterbacks who can't beat out a career loser in McCown.
Yeah, it's,
And an off season has already passed, and they already got so many holes.
and didn't Bryce Petty light up the Giants?
Well, yeah, he
He had
did, and he kind of got injured, but it wasn't that serious.
That's the thing. Like, you got a guy that's like willing to, like, look at all these other teams with the young quarterbacks, like letting them loose. You know, like
I just don't get it. I
mean,
just don't get it. With
if
the
they should have
Jets.
signed anybody, they should have fucking signed Cutler then,
Yeah, exactly.
right? Like, at least you know, like, if you protect Cutler, you know he's not gonna throw 90 interceptions. But
I will take a color over McCown because just in the offseason pass, they need a cornerback, they need offensive line,
yeah.
they need a quarterback.
And they fucking
Matt Fortier's not getting any younger. They didn't get any insurance in that.
yeah.
Their receivers are shot.
They got rid of their best defensive line.
You know, he was the odd man out, so I understand that they did that.
Yeah.
But like I said, how off season passed and you still got so many holes.
Yeah, you let go of a guy like Decker, who Decker has been pretty solid on that team,
He's been solid, but although he can't stay on the field. But what is your other option?
right?
Now it's cursed.
Yeah, so that's that. So we got Falcons and Bears.
Falcons.
Yeah, I got Falcons on that. What about you, Chris? Yeah, like, I mean, the Bears could be good. I do like this guy, and they have that running back. Is it Booker? I think his name was. Forgot his name, but he's pretty good. He made Howard. There you go. Yeah, he made a name for himself last year. And I think they'll be good with the rookie quarterback. But yeah, Falcons. I think it's tough because like I was like trying to think of like my picks for the divisions, and the thing with that division is like, all right, you got the Falcons who came off that Super Bowl, lost, but they still came off that. They came from off the Super Bowl. The Panthers, I think they're gonna be better this year. At least they seem like they'll be better this year. That running back they got, the white dude, like he's pretty good. So is it, and the Buccaneers, they've been pretty solid. They've been getting better. Like, I think they're like, I don't know, just 1 year away from making like solid, you know, like being a solid contender. And the Saints, if they don't start off slow, they should be really good. I mean, they picked up AP. Even though it's like a pass-heavy team, like having a guy like AP, I mean, if he's healthy, yeah, you've got Ingram, AP, and they got another dude. I forget who it is. They got 3 guys, so it's tough with that. But I still think the Falcons, even with that crazy division, I think they actually are gonna repeat, and that this is a division that's very rare with repeats. But anyways, yeah. So Falcons. Now this is one game I would fucking love to go to see. We got the Ravens at the Bengals. Like, that's one rivalry game, like, I fucking want to go see more than anything. Who do you got, X?
I'll go with the Ravens.
Ravens? Chris, who you got?
I'll go with the Broncos.
Yeah, I got the Bengals. I mean, I don't know much about the Ravens. I know they're not horrible. They had a lot of injuries last year and years prior. But, I don't know. I just, like, the Bengals, that's my team right there, kind of. Like, they're, like, my secondary. I've always been a Bengals fan since Corey Dillon. Miss that dude, man. Nasty. This bum ass is playing Destiny like a mark. Alright, so next is Browns and Steelers. That should be easy. That's sad. Yeah. Oh, the Browns, they got I forgot that quarterback's name. But he seemed alright, but yeah,
It's not Brock.
yeah, they cut him.
He didn't even play us a regular season game, and they just cut him.
You know, that's the beauty of NFL contracts. So like,
But you know,
people shit on the NFL contracts because it's not guaranteed. But then you look at like they have a huge contract like that and they could just let it go. Like, imagine if the Knicks were able to do that.
No, that contract is guaranteed because they
Yeah.
cut him too late.
Oh, but
They
the
owe him
no, okay,
most of
but
his
no, but
contract
the
and
thing
profit.
is, if you cut him at a certain time, it's all right. Like, you can cut people based on performance, even if their contracts are fucking huge. The problem with like the NBA, or I don't know if that changed now, but I know, like, remember we were stuck with fucking an injured Allen Houston. We were stuck with like countless bad contracts.
The gun and ski mask, Jerome James.
Jerome James, Eddie Curry. Well, Eddie Curry was traded, so it's not. But anyway, so yeah, so all right, so we all got Steelers.
Was it Jerome?
Yeah,
it
Jerome
was.
James. So Cardinals at Lions. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Lions, that's another team like that. They still got Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, he's like the highest paid guy now.
He's hands down one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. He just has nothing.
It's funny how like with the span of like 3 months, there's like a higher paid guy. First it was Derek Carr. now Matt Stafford's like, yeah, let's put like 1 cent over that.
But they did that. They did that shit in the NBA. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's the highest paid player. 2 weeks later, he's the highest paid player.
yeah, hold my beer. Like that whole thing. All right, so who do you got, X?
I'm gonna go with the Stafford squad.
Okay, who you got, Chris?
Cardinals.
I'm gonna go with the Lions. Like I said, they're home. The only thing about the Lions, they don't really have many weapons, but they have Matthew Stafford, and he's hands down one hell of a quarterback.
He doesn't have that little secure blanket.
But it sucks because he's been in the league long. He's been in the league for a long time. He should be able to be having weapons by now.
Yeah,
It's not like
did,
it's,
but he lost it.
but
even with
still,
that, still he should be better than that.
dude, look at Eli Manning. Look at the. Well, then again, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of weird situation with them because like the thing is like with Giants, like they lost Plaxico. Like, Steve Smith came out of nowhere. Lost Steve Smith. Cruz came out of nowhere. Yeah, this dude met Sheamus. He works. That's the dude that works at GameStop. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
no,
Yeah, he was telling me he got a picture with Sheamus because like I think I came in with some shit. He said I looked like CM Punk. I was like, oh shit, that's what's up. But anyways, yeah. So all right, so yeah, I don't know. Stafford situation is weird. Like you'd think they would fucking go after somebody too. No, but Golden Tate's no fucking Megatron, you know.
They should have went out. They should have tried to get fucking Watkins.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they got some guy. Because the thing about NFL too, not many teams are really looking at like who's on free agency. That's not how the NFL works.
It's not
Like
NBA.
free agency is more of an option, as opposed to like the be all end all. Yeah, like the NBA, it's like, yo, we got this guy in our sights. It's like, and the bad thing about that is if that person goes somewhere else,
It's easier
then
for the NFL
then
for
it's
people
like
to stay
they have no, like the thing is like, all right, in the NBA, if everybody's got LeBron on their radar and he doesn't sign with them, their options are like, you went from like option A to option W.
Yeah.
It's like and that's just how that is. But with the NFL, it's draft first.
Yeah.
That's like because I mean, Tom Brady was drafted in the last fucking round or 5th round, and look at how he panned out, So it's like, yeah, they build more with the draft. So maybe they have guys in the wake, from the last couple years. Who knows? And that's another thing about receivers. Like we always say this, receivers are probably the most replaceable thing in the NFL because they have 1 year where they have 13 touchdowns. The next year they have 5. So
They
it's
could
like.
try to win 1 year where you only had 1 touchdown.
Well, that was, goddamn Madden curse. But anyways, all right, so this is an intriguing matchup. I mean, maybe not the most intriguing, but this is not like one of those easy picks. You got Jacksonville at the Jaguars at Texans. Yeah, this is never like an easy pick, especially the first game of the season.
Jacksonville's slowly rising, but
I'm gonna go with
like,
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Houston because they got slightly better defense with J.J. Watt.
Well, Houston's got like I think they're like the top 5th ranked defense or something like that.
J.J. Watt is the defense.
Yeah, yo, you know what's crazy? They lost him, and they're still one of the best defenses in the NFL. Like that's sick. Like this dude, like he literally comes in like 5 interceptions in a game, like 2 touchdowns. Like it's ridiculous. Like I remember having him on my fantasy team. Like I usually try to draft him every year. But that one year, like I got mad because they almost didn't. I thought they weren't gonna count like touchdowns he had and shit. I was like, fuck out of here. I need that. But yeah, I got Houston just because of their defense. I mean Jacksonville. They got an interesting team, right? Yeah, I picked up J.J. Watt. That was one of my first defensive picks. Him and Landon Collins. All right, so next is Raiders at Titans. Now this is an interesting matchup too.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
Raiders. Who you got, Chris?
The Raiders because they picked up the Marshawn Lynch, so that takes a lot of pressure off of David Carr.
Another guy whom I drafted. But yeah, actually, it's funny. David Carr is my second quarterback. Derek Carr. Yeah, Derek Carr's my second quarterback. Nobody picked him up. But then again, because nobody was paying attention to the draft, so that's their own fault. I'm gonna be receiving a lot of trades. Watch, a lot of trade requests. But anyways, yeah, I got the Raiders. Titans are good. I think they're gonna be better. A lot of people got Mariota projected to be like an MVP candidate.
Nah.
Which is, I mean, I don't see it, but like then, I mean, not that I don't see it. I don't think so, but I mean, he can ball, and he got he got another guy. Did they get Decker?
Yeah.
They got Decker and somebody else, and I think they still got Brett or no?
No, Brett is in Cleveland.
Well, they got Decker and somebody else. Their name popped up somewhere, but that's, and then with DeMarco Murray but yeah, the Raiders, I think they got this. Marshawn Lynch, I think he's just gonna run wild from hands down from game 1. I think he's gonna have a monster year. Like he's gonna prove everybody like. Hey, remember when Ricky Williams came back?
Yeah.
Missed that guy. All right, this is always interesting. Eagles and Redskins. Eagles at Redskins.
I'm gonna go with the Redskins.
Redskins. Who you got, Chris? Shit, this is tough. Cause honestly, it's funny because like I look. Yeah. See, it's weird. I don't hate the Eagles. I just hate playing them. You know how like a lot of Giants fans they hate the Eagles and vice versa. Like I don't hate the Eagles. I've given them a lot of respect. You know, like the McNabb era was pretty entertaining to watch as long as they weren't playing us. But the Eagles are that one team like they could be like 0-16, and if we had to play them to get into the playoffs, I would not want to play them. Like they could be playing us with high school players. I don't want to play them. But damn, yeah, Eagles at Redskins. Shit. Damn, that's tough. The Eagles picked up somebody big too. Who was it that they got? Oh no, it was Baltimore got Macklin. Shit. Damn, that's tough. You know what? I'm gonna go against the Redskins. I'm gonna go with the Eagles because of Josh Norman. Fucking bum ass. Colts at Rams. Is Andrew Luck even playing?
Yeah, I was just about to ask you that.
I saw. I mean, on the drafting, it showed him as like it showed an injury thing. I don't know if it was like he could play, but I don't know what his situation is. Matter of fact, let me click on that. Let's see. Full injury report.
But Luck hasn't really been that guy they say he was like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's tough because he's been hurt, but like, and I think last year he was coming off the injury. I don't remember his situation last year. Luck did not practice. He's ruled out.
Yeah, so I'll go with the Rams.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams too. I don't know much about their backup.
Even with Luck, I still probably going with the Rams because, Luck's team has been regressing.
Yeah, if Gurley, if he remains healthy.
Then they got freaking Sam Watkins now too.
Yeah, and who's their quarterback? Goff. Yeah, he's not bad. Actually, I remember I had picked them up. I mean, I had used them in Madden. I think it was last year, just because I wanted to use like a different team outside of the Giants, and it was a little struggle. But and what's his name? Spagnuolo definitely laid down the the groundwork for them. Like he didn't get a lot of credit for that, but defensively they've been a pretty pesky team. So yeah, I go with the Rams. I mean not the Rams. Yeah, the Rams. But I'm mainly going with them because Luck isn't back. This is a good matchup. Seahawks at Packers.
Ooh. Is that a primetime game?
No, it's a 4 o'clock game.
No, that's bad.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the big 4 o'clock game. Yeah, Fox, unless they're doing a doubleheader.
Yeah, the Giants are the top.
Yeah, Giants got the 8 o'clock, 8:30 game.
That's a good one. I'm gonna go with the Packers.
Packers. Who you going with, Chris?
Green Bay.
Yeah, I'm going with Green Bay. That every year, outside of the Giants, that's like them and the Patriots are like my 2 picks to go all the way, and it hasn't happened yet. Now I'm waiting for it to happen. Like, it was close last year, but yeah, I just think I always say like if the Giants don't make the playoffs, I think it's the Packers going all the way. Like Aaron Rodgers for the last couple of years has started off slow though. Well, his teams started off slow, so if they can start off hot and remain hot, and even if they don't start off hot, they're definitely one to go. But yeah, I got Packers. All right, this one should be an easy pick. Panthers at 49ers.
Panthers.
What about you, Chris?
Yeah.
Yep, Panthers. Who is the 49ers quarterback anyways? Nobody, right? Yeah, that should be an easy game. I think the Panthers they're due for a comeback after their last.
And the weird thing about the NFL, you just don't know. Remember Carolina? 2 years ago they were in the Super Bowl. What happened the next year?
Yeah, bad.
and what has really changed for them to be bad? Nothing really.
Dope. That's the beauty of football. Really,
yeah.
like it takes like
you could suck one year and then go deep the next year.
That's how it usually was with the NFC South. The first place team would finish last place, the last place team would finish.
yeah. That's what I was saying. Like I still kind of go with Atlanta to win that division, even though it's very rare.
Out of the whole
Whoever
NFL,
finished last
there's only like 3 teams that are usually the short thing,
Mhm.
really.
Yeah. And that's like, all right. So we got the Patriots. That's like, so far they've been.
Yeah, Patriots. I would say Seattle should be one of them.
I think
Steelers. Steelers have
Steelers,
they're
yeah.
usually like that team, like for the most part. Seattle has kind of been it, but I think it's been New England, Pittsburgh, and Green Bay. Those have been like the teams that are always like
Yeah.
favored. Dallas for no fucking reason. Like, even though I will admit they had a solid year last year.
they could finish 0-16 and they'll still be in that top 5.
No, that is
of the
true.
Super Bowl
That's the
contenders.
thing that gets me. Last year they finished 14-2. You have all the right in the world to say they're a contender this year, but you had those years like last year. Fucking, there was no what's his name what's his name Romo was hurt. Well, actually, he got hurt in the preseason. But either way, it's like every year, no matter what they do, they can like their whole team could literally die, and they'll still be like, oh, they're gonna be favored to win the NFC. Not even just the NFC, the Super Bowl favorites. But like I said, this year, it's okay to say they're gonna go all the way, but they're not going to. But it's okay to think that. But yeah, so like X was saying, like it's weird, yeah, because like you have the same teams for the most part. There's not much changes. There's little things here and there. Like, the only way your team really should be bad is if like your quarterback gets hurt, or you could lose a lineman, or you could lose a receiver. It's like usually the running back and the quarterback, mostly the quarterback. But you
Well, it used to be, but the running backs are like a dime a dozen now.
That-
They could easily be replaced.
that's the thing, yeah. Unless you have a guy like you go from like AP to somebody else, that's different. But now, yeah,
Back
most.
then it was only Denver that used to be able to find a running back.
Cause was it Pittsburgh? They lost Bell, or not? They didn't lose Bell, but like when he was not there with suspension or whatever it was,
Yeah,
like they still were solid.
Yeah, D'Angelo Williams.
Yeah, they were still solid. So it's like it. I mean, even though he makes a difference, but they could live without him. Like you look at the Patriots, they lost Gronkowski. Last season, did not stop them at all. They didn't have Tom Brady for 4 games. They went 3-1. Well, okay, that kind of was going against my argument, but that team is just built a certain way. Do they go to the Super Bowl? Nah, but anyways, yeah. So and then we got 2 more games Monday night. So we've got the Saints and the Vikings. Saints at Vikings.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Saints this one.
Yeah, he's the same.
Hey, is Bridgewater back?
He's gonna go hard on that one.
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't even know. Let's see. Yeah, no, he's out.
Oh, he's out.
Mhm.
He's still on that last injury.
I guess so.
Oh,
Bridgewater. I don't know if it's the same injury or.
they got Bradford as their quarterback.
Yeah, they got Sam Bradford. And he was solid last year.
Oh, Sam Bradford, man.
But their team really was good last year because, well, at least
Well-
the first half because of that defense. Then they just died off. Because that defense, it's funny, they were talking so much about their defense, and I remember when the Giants played them, I was like, shit. Now I know why they talk so much about that defense. But yeah, I got the Saints too. I think AP is gonna make a mark right off the bat. Whether he's he's not gonna be the number one starter, but he's gonna get enough snaps to make. I mean, dude, how do you have Ingram, who is like a 10 plus touchdown guy, and then you have AP as your second dude? Like, how does one?
Like I said, AP is from the is like he's not getting any younger. He's from the era of the featured running backs.
Yeah. But now you think about it, now he doesn't have to be the featured guy. He's not the number one guy. So imagine how much how much worse that's going to be for other teams. Because if he was killing it as the number one guy with all his injuries, remember that one year he got hurt and he still fucking came in, or was it that he got hurt or suspended? And that he came in and still
Yeah.
rushed for like.
I think he got was it suspended because of that child beating thing.
Yeah, he came right in and.
Oh yeah, because he hit his son with the switch.
Yeah, fucking, you can't discipline your kids. But he came in late that season and still, like, I don't remember how many yards he ran for, but, like,
He still put up MVP.
kind of like what Beckham did. Beckham didn't play his first 4 games of his rookie season and put up over 1,000 yards and 13 touchdowns. Like, that's fucking crazy. So anyways, yeah, so we're all agreeing on the Saints?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this is a very interesting game, even though... All right, so we got the Chargers and the Broncos.
But the
Chargers
always
at
have that
Broncos.
last Monday night game.
Yeah, really, right? They always do.
Well, yeah, because it's the West Coast. They always is a
No,
double.
but yeah, but it's always San Diego.
Yeah,
it's
like-
never any other team.
Yeah, like, it's weird.
It's a
Like, you'll never...
doubleheader Monday night game.
Yeah, you'll never
that
see
second
them.
doubleheader
You'll
is
never
called-
see them on like a Sunday afternoon on the first week, which is, I mean, it was, well. Remember too, San Diego Superchargers. That's kind of like a synonymous team with like football. Like, it's just weird whether they're good or bad. But yeah, who do you got?
I'm taking San Diego.
San Diego. Who you got?
I'll go with San Diego, but I don't know if Denver.
Yeah, this is tough. This is another game that like, and it's one of those things. It's the first week, so like everybody could be like, yeah, the Broncos are gonna win this game, and then next thing you know, it's like a 35-32 game.
Mm-hmm.
Which probably will be the score. Not shitting on the Broncos defense because they have one of the best defenses, but it's just the first week, and yeah, I don't know, man. So we got Phillip Rivers and who is it, Simeon or who's quarterbacking for Denver? Paxton Lynch is out, so I'm guessing Simeon gets the start. Which they're both good.
Don't be surprised if they put Oswald. You know, they got him.
Would they sign Brock Osweiler again?
Yeah.
So he got let go of
Cleveland.
Cleveland to. Actually, I think that's fine for him.
Yeah,
That's
they
what I said. Cleveland
traded
has to pay
him.
most of his salary.
They think they slick. They traded him
Oh,
to get
that-
rid of the money. No,
Damn, that's some G shit,
No,
dude.
He was in Houston. Houston.
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
that's
Houston,
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
Houston.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
He was,
They
he
didn't
signed with
sign
Houston.
him for big money.
And you know what? Not for nothing, he had a bad year in Houston. I still don't think that like they should have given up on him. Like, I mean, if he played like that again, or at least a couple games into the season, but sometimes you just have bad years. Eli Manning's had some bad years. You know? But Brock he did look bad though.
Yeah,
He did look bad, but
Houston always have a bad rap.
that's another thing too.
They're like another New York Jets. They have a bad quarterback.
Yeah, they
But
had.
the thing is about the New York Jets is we have some good quarterbacks, but they didn't stay around. Like Chad Pennington just keep getting hurt.
Yeah, I remember Chad too. Like Chad he was not known for having an arm, but he was fucking solid as shit. Like
They
he was.
gave up on him for first forward.
They gave up on Sanchez. They gave up on too many people because I'm not a Jets fan, but I did like Sanchez. Like he could ball, you know.
He
But
played lights out in the playoffs when they were there.
mm-hmm.
So say
Is
what
he
you
still
want.
in freaking Dallas though?
I don't know where the fuck you.
No,
But from
I
last
don't
I
know.
heard about that dude, he's a Trump supporter. So fuck him.
Oh, he is. That's
Of
funny
all-
because
of all
he's
the
Mexican
people-
too.
That's what I'm saying. Of all the people, like, are you serious?
That's irony.
Well, whatever, man.
But, yep. So whatever. But he's history. So all right. So yeah, you know what? Let's do something since yeah, again it is the first week. So all right, we're gonna go through the divisions. And who do you think is gonna win it? So we're gonna start with, let's see, the AFC East. I think we all can agree that New England's gonna win it. Whether
Yeah.
I know X hates that. Like he probably fucking like threw up in his mouth saying that. So we all got New England winning the AFC East, right?
I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, and it's not no Homer stuff here, whatever. I mean, I'm not a New England fan. I don't hate them. It's weird. I find it so funny that Giants fans hate the Patriots. Like when I hear that, it sounds so stupid to me.
We beat the Patriots.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, it's not like we can't get past them and they're cheating
We're
to
the
beat
only
us,
team
dude.
to beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So, anyways, yes, we got that. AFC North. Who do you got?
Who's in there?
Cincinnati, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Baltimore.
Cincinnati, Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. Who do you got, Chris?
I'm gonna take a shot here and go with the Bengals.
Bengals. Yeah, see, I'm always torn between that, and I also don't want to discredit the Ravens because those three teams are usually always in it. And I think
It's
last year,
anybody but Cleveland.
like last year, Baltimore was in it for the most part, right? I think.
I think they faltered.
Yeah, they weren't like dominating, but they were close enough. And that also
Well,
that
they
division.
started off slow and then they
Yeah, because that division was iffy anyways, but. It's either Pittsburgh or Cincinnati, but I'm gonna stick with Cincinnati just because I think they're gonna have a strong year this year. Well, I hope they have a strong year this year. All right, AFC South: Titans, Colts, Jaguars, Houston.
Shit, that's a wide open one. I'm gonna go with the Titans.
Titans. Who you got, Chris?
I'll go with Houston.
Yeah, it's tough because I want to go with Houston because they're that team that they haven't had a quarterback, like a consistent quarterback, but yet they're still like in the playoffs every year. Yeah.
J.J. Watt single-handedly.
Yeah, defense, but shit, it's hard because I still think that the Colts can win it because this is you get 10 wins and that's a lock. Like the Texans will make it in with making it in with like 9 wins, 8 wins or some shit like that. So I think if Luck could stay healthy, they could easily pull off, whether they're good or bad, they could still pull off 10 wins in that division. But that's a if, and I think as it stands, he's hurt. So shit, the Titans look good too. Damn, that's tough. But yeah, I'll go with Houston just because of their defense. AFC West.
Who's in it?
Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers, and Raiders.
I can't remember who's in these divisions.
Horrible. You call yourself a fan.
Dude, there's so many divisions.
I know, I'm kidding.
I can't keep up with that. Say it again.
Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, and Chargers.
I think Chiefs or Raiders. I would say Chiefs.
Chiefs? You?
Oakland.
Yeah, Raiders. I mean, yeah.
I mean, not Oakland, they're LA. They're also Oakland.
No, they're still under
so
Oakland.
they're going to
They,
Las Vegas.
yeah, they haven't moved yet.
Wait, they're going to Las Vegas for like 1 year or something like that?
No, they're going for
that.
staying in Oakland
this-
until Las Vegas.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
opens up.
Which sucks for Oakland,
In
but
like 2 years, that's why Marshawn Lynch is going to go for 2 years.
fucking who? How many people live in Las Vegas? I feel like less than 1 million people live there.
I feel like it's just straight up a tourist spot. Just
That's what I'm saying,
just like,
right?
Yo, you want to gamble? Just go there. It's just
Yeah,
in my mind, it's just nothing but hotels.
Yeah, it's just hotels and fucking casinos and
Yes.
theaters and shit. Yeah, like I don't
Those
like I know
freaking
people
back-to-back
do live in Las Vegas. I
Yeah,
know that.
I know that, but
But like I said, there has to be less than 1 million people. Like, and that's small because like New York has what, like 1 billion? Not really, but they have a
got
lot of
high
fucking
millions.
people.
Though.
Yeah, we're talking about like 100, like 500 million. But yeah, all right. So Raiders, and you said Chiefs, right? Chiefs could be. Oh, but here's the thing.
You know, it's
The
funny.
Broncos got this dude, the Chiefs' old running back. If he could stay healthy,
Oh,
Jamal Charles.
Oh, so
But he's still second string to
That's even better for him. But anyways, you gonna say something?
no, I was just saying like we just got more people in like in Brooklyn than like all of Wyoming or something.
Yeah. Dude, I want to say Brooklyn and Manhattan are the two most populated boroughs in New York.
I think everybody on this block fills up Wyoming.
Probably. Fuck it, we got more people than Rhode Island in Sunset Park alone. You know.
Oh my god.
All right, NFC East. You got Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, Redskins.
Cowboys.
Son of a- He's okay to say that. No. Look, they finished 14-2 last year. You can say that. Giants. We got Giants. Though this division is fucking like, dude, this is one of the toughest divisions like out there. It's like, remember the Big East in basketball.
That's another thing with those college because there's like in Big East, like for example, in Big East, Miami's in Big East, but in football they're in the ACC or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Syracuse is not in the freaking
Dude, I always felt like in
When did they leave the?
they're in the ACC.
yeah, they left I think like a couple years ago when that move happened.
Oh, when that big.
Dude, like the only team they got is UConn. Like that's it. Like UConn is the best team. UConn
that is
is.
so weird to keep up with.
I think UConn and maybe Virginia. I think.
I know my wait was Miami was not with ACC for they were with no, not SEC. I don't know. Miami did. I remember. No, Florida was in the SEC.
Yeah, SEC is a Florida
Yeah,
team.
okay.
Yeah.
So I think Miami was in the Big East.
What, football or
Football.
basketball?
Back
Football.
when,
Yeah,
it
I
was
think
on
so.
the Big
They were
Ten.
then they went to ACC or some
No,
shit.
they were like the Big Ten.
Big Ten or some shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
they,
was, there was Ohio State.
oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it's crazy. Like I always feel like if the winner of the Big East should have got a guaranteed spot to the Final Four or some shit like that. Because dude, like it's so unfair that like all these teams, like you move them to like another division or you take out like 3 of these teams, like fucking UConn is like whatever in 2 and
What about Notre Dame in football? Are they in the division?
No, they're in the
They're still independent.
they're independent, but they're rivals with like the Big Ten or some shit like
But they
that.
like to face whoever they want.
Yeah.
That's crazy how that works.
In NCAA, they're in the Big East.
But you know what? That's good for them because if they like to face Big Ten teams and Big Ten conference is a big conference, they could have easily been like, no, we want to face the Big East. Then they wouldn't get that recognition.
But they go by, but to make the used to in the BCS shit, they go by the strength of the schedule.
Yeah.
And all this dumb shit.
I
That's
do
why
like
they do it.
I do like the 4-game thing now,
Playoffs,
even though
yeah,
it's still not perfect, but it's
It is a whole lot better than
Yeah.
that computer telling you who's the national
yeah,
champion.
because Boise State was killing it every year. I mean, they made-
Boise State was killing it, and just that one year when they could finally make the national championship, they choked on the fucking
I
field
hate
goal.
the whole strength of schedule conversation because it's like I being like a fan of the Knicks or the Giants or Jets, whatever. We beat a bad team. Oh, you beat a bad team. But what happens if we lost to the bad teams?
Yeah.
Like, what if the Patriots lost to the Dolphins on a regular basis and, these shitty-ass teams on a regular basis? What do you say about them? They have to dominate those teams. So if they're not dominating those teams, or they're not beating those teams, so that whole shit is stupid. But anyways, back to the schedule. Thanks. Me and Chris got Giants, X got Dallas. I'm not mad at him. If this was last year, I would have punched him in the face. But this year, I get why he would say that. NFC North, Bears, Lions, Packers.
Yeah, Packers.
Packers, yeah. I mean, I don't see anybody contending with them. But, not that these teams are going to be shit, but I don't see anybody contending with them. Now, this is tough. The NFC South, Atlanta, Falcons, Saints, Bucks, and Panthers.
Whoa, yeah.
Yeah.
I will go with the Falcons.
Yeah. What about you, Chris? Yeah, the thing is, I was talking about this before. Like, it's tough because the Panthers should be better, should be. I don't see them being a shit team this year. The Buccaneers are solid. They're getting better. Winston is a beast. They still got Evans, right? Mike Evans. Yeah, and their running backs are good.
They picked up the guy that's the opposite of Wes Welker, Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson's gonna be a huge. Deshaun Jackson's gonna be huge for this dude because Deshaun Jackson's a guy. I know, but the thing is, Deshaun Jackson's a guy that, like, once the coverage breaks down, that's it. Like, you're done. So, and the Saints, they've always been solid, even if they've had shit years. Maybe it was their defense. Their offense is usually on point. Now they got AP, and I think that's gonna be huge. Like, people are making it not seem like it's a big deal, but he's not a number one guy, and that's a good thing for him and a better thing for the offense. And yeah, but I think the Falcons, maybe they don't have the crazy year they had last year, but they've been relatively good except for that 1 year they had prior where they just stunk it up. But I mean, Matt Ryan is a monster. You have Julio Jones and who's the other receiver? I know they don't have Roddy White anymore, right? Or they do. But it's Julio Jones and there's another guy. It's a big guy too, big name. Maybe not a big name, but he rose last year. And they also got Sano. So, and the two running back combination for them is crazy. But yeah, so we all agree on the Falcons. And NFC West, Rams, Cardinals, 49ers, and Seahawks. Seahawks. Yeah, I got Seahawks. I don't know. I don't know if Arizona could do it again, but I got the Seahawks.
I got
Arizona? Okay. All right, so NFC wild card. So you picked Cowboys, Packers, Falcons, and Seattle. Seahawks. So who are your two wild card teams?
For a second, I picked
Cowboys, Packers, Falcons, and Seahawks.
Damn. Two wildcard teams.
Yeah, so you've got the rest of the NFC East. You've got Detroit, Minnesota, Carolina, Tampa Bay, New Orleans, the Rams, the Cardinals.
Well, I would expect New Orleans to be in there, and Carolina.
Okay, all right. And who are your wild cards, Chris? You got the Giants, Packers, Falcons, and Cardinals.
The freaking Seahawks and either Philly or New Orleans.
Okay, well, you gotta pick one.
Let's go with Philly.
Okay. My wild card is going to be the Panthers, and I'm going to be a hater. No, I'm not going to be a hater because I actually want to beat them in the playoffs. I'm going to say the Cowboys. All right, so your AFC wild cards, you have New England, Pittsburgh, Tennessee, and Kansas City. So you've got teams like Oakland, Denver, Houston, Cincinnati, Miami.
Like I know Oakland should be there,
Okay, so Oakland.
and Miami. Well, Cincinnati always been damning for that wild card. Oh, I'll go with them.
Okay, so Cincinnati and Oakland. And Chris, who you got?
The Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stick with the same division. Steelers and Ravens.
Okay. Yeah, I got Steelers, and it's going to be tough between Baltimore and Kansas City and Denver. But I'm gonna go with Kansas City because they're not resting on Jamal Charles this year. So, like, that's been, like, I'm not going to say they're killer because they've been solid, but, like, he's been a big piece, and now that he's not there, they're not centering around him. So, yeah, I got the Chiefs and Steelers. So, yeah, that's it for your NFL coverage. Yo, who's winning the World Series?
He said we win the World Series. What is the Yankees in?
Well, the Yankees not clinched yet, so yeah, actually, that's a conversation we should wait till teams actually clinch. This is my scenario. I don't really care for the Red Sox
I
like
know
this.
the
but
Dodgers is having like a freaking ridiculously beast year. They're looking like the Yankees of the '90s.
Yeah. Yeah, the Cubs fell off. They fell off. They were sucky at the beginning. They came back. They looked like they were gonna be a team to contend, and then now they're still there, but they kind of fell off. But this is a conversation we'll get into later. But I called my shot saying it's gonna come down to Boston and LA, Dodgers and Red Sox. And in Game 7, with the game on the line, Addison Reed is going to be pitching to Granderson.
You said Boston going to the World Series?
This is why I said that, because Addison Reed is going to be pitching to Curtis Granderson with the game on the line. Let's go Mets. Peace.
Man.